The cameras were rolling. The audience was laughing. The host cracked a cheeky joke, expecting a flirty comeback. But what happened next wasn't on the script. Keanu Reeves
turned to Sandra Bullock and said something so raw, so unexpected. It silenced the entire room and left even the host speechless. This is the story of that
moment and the friendship behind it. One that Hollywood never saw coming. But the world couldn't forget. The evening is electric. A famous late-night show. The audience cheers as Keanu Reeves walks out in his usual black-on-black outfit. Quiet, humble, nodding politely. Right behind him, Sandra Bullock. Radiant and smiling, full of playful energy. They sit together, side by side on the couch. The host,
charismatic, witty, starts off warm, then slowly shifts tone. So Sandra says you were the one that got away. Sandra, oh no, don't start this. Come on, the two of you in speed. That chemistry wasn't acting. Laughter erupts. Sandra grins awkwardly. Keanu simply smiles, but the host keeps pushing playfully flirty with Sandra, jokingly trying to ship them. There's tension, but not the romantic kind. Something
unspoken lingers in Keanu's eyes. Keanu and Sandra's past. Back in 1994, during the filming of Speed, Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves met for the first time. They were opposites in many ways. She loud and lively, he reserved and intense. But they clicked. Not romantically, not exactly. Something deeper. Sandra once confessed in an interview. I would have dated him if only he had asked. Years later, Keanu revealed, I didn't know she felt that.
Way. Their timing never aligned. No scandals, no drama, just pure unrealized affection. A friendship that defied fame. They remained close. Through movies, through loss, Keanu lost his child, then the love of his life. Sandra adopted her son. Faced heartbreak too. And yet they stayed in touch, quietly supporting each other from afar. The host asks the question. Back in the studio, the
host leans forward, twinkle in his eye. So Sandra, if Keanu asked you out tonight, what would you say? Audience gasps. A few chuckles. Sandra raises her eyebrows. Awkward silence. She smiles nervously, then turns to Keanu. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't dodge. He just looks at her, then down at his hands. And then he speaks. Keanu's unexpected response. Keanu softly. I wouldn't ask. Not because I wouldn't.
Want to, but because you deserve someone back then who wasn't broken. You could hear a pin drop. No jokes, no banter, just truth. Sandra's smile fades. Her eyes well up. Keanu continues. I was carrying too much pain and you were a light. I didn't want to dim it. Even the host looks shaken. The audience is dead silent. No one expected this. Not from him. The studio reacts. Sandra gently touches Keanu's arm. No words, just connection. Real, raw emotion.
Playing out on national television, the host clears his throat, trying to recover. Wow! I wasn't expecting that. Neither was anyone else. And yet, in a world full of fake moments and staged drama, this felt real. The segment ends quietly. No music, no big outro. Just two old friends sitting side by side, and a million hearts breaking a little. After the show,
backstage, the mood is different. No flashing cameras, no studio lights. Sandra hugs Keanu tightly, longer than a friend normally would. Sandra whispers, You weren't broken, you were just honest. Keanu doesn't say much. He rarely does, but his eyes. They say everything. The two leave the studio separately, but something's changed. The clip goes viral. The next morning, the internet explodes. Keanu Reeves silences talk show with one sentence. Sandra.
Bullock's reaction breaks our hearts. This is what real friendship looks like. Clips flood TikTok. Fan edits. Slow piano covers. Tweets with millions of likes. People don't just watch. They feel it. They replay it. They talk about it. One comment reads, "I've never seen a man protect a woman's dignity so silently." Another, "He didn't need to raise his voice. His honesty said it all." Keanu never responds to the trend. No tweet, no interview, just silence. But
Sometimes silence says everything. If you believe in silent strength, in honesty over ego, in friendships that outlast the noise, share this story because sometimes the quietest people say the loudest things. Dear friends, all the information is taken from online.